Warning: the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello YouTubers, only me. Before I reveal the date, just to be aware, if I do cough on here, and I probably will, it's because I'm still got a little bit of a chest infection, but it is better than what it was compared to last week when I started having it. It was like a week. It would be a week ago tomorrow when the cough started. It was like, third time, really? Once, yeah, I suppose I can live with it. Twice, a bit repetitive. But 3 times? Nature. Anyway, it is Thursday the 13th of March 2025. And there's only 2 Thursdays to go into the performance. When you really think about it. Only 2 weeks to do it. Only 2 weeks today. Yeah. I'm like, oh my god. I make this brief because my phone is on its last legs. And when I mean last legs, it's dying. So I'll separate this vlog in so many segments. So this is the dress rehearsal one. So obviously, we've been doing rehearsals throughout Spectrum. There's a couple of lines that changed. Then there was a character that we had to... and then we've been doing rehearsals on Zoom. Well, some of us did rehearsals on Zoom. And we're continuing up until the 20th. Ish. Make sure we do know our lines by heart and stuff like that. Or I can try and push. I think we did say we're going to try and push learning our lines right up until the week of performance night. So right up until like Wednesday, the 26th. But anyway. So yeah, today was the dress rehearsal. So this morning it was just a dress rehearsal. It was just like, what are we going to be wearing at such and such a scene? Where our clothes are going to be, like stage left, stage right, and etc. Obviously knowing when to get changed, how long we have to get changed, etc, etc. And then, hey presto, changeo. And that was this morning, right up until 12:20. And then we had lunch until 1:20. Then we went back into rehearsals, but this time we did a dress come, obviously full-on rehearsal, as in doing our lines, and making sure this and that is making sense. So, yeah. All is cool. Actually, I just had a thought. In one of the scenes where I wear that really tight jacket, because there was no jacket that suited my size. There's one jacket that's long enough in the arms, but it's quite tight underneath the armpits. I'm like, the rest of the jackets, they felt loose, but they were short in the arm. The tortured life of a 6'2" person. Literally. So yeah, I have to handle that. But at least I can say it's only in a couple of scenes. Just in a couple of scenes, and that's it. And then it was like, oh, can you change your hat in this scene? I was like, really? I've been doing this rehearsal for a while basically it's a steampunk hat, and they wanted me to wear a proper Victorian hat for one of the scenes, and I thought, in my head, it didn't really make sense, because how is the hat going to come on? And if I was wearing that hat in the scene, how does my other hat, the steampunk hat, how does that come into effect? So that's when it was like, yeah, you keep the hat on. We won't change your hat. I was like, thank you. That's what I've been doing. So at least that confusion is out the way. What else? Oh yeah. So apart from all that, it all went well. Well, apart from lunch, well, nearly lunchtime, we had a bit of drama, but I'd rather not go into it. But like I said, it did go well. It really did. Then I stayed over for a couple of minutes to do another voiceover. So I've done two. This was my second voiceover, plus I read lines by voice. On top of that, I sent the drama facilitator the song that I'm going to be singing at the end. So he's got that now, so I don't have to bring my memory sticks. I'm like, yes, get in. That's one thing now. But next week, I'm going to have a handful. I have to remember not to bring Kermit, but to bring my red bag. I'm like, normally I use the red bag for swimming, but this time it's for that Thursday and the rehearsals, which I do get. I mean, I've done that before. And all I need to pack, really, is my white shirt with Harry Potter tie, when I find it, that is. But yeah, that with Harry Potter tie. Pack my army tricks for the outfit that I'm going to be wearing at the start of the show and come end of the show. So I need to bring that with me as well. My steampunk hat is normal. My cane is normal. The portrait for that scene. But yeah, I just need to remember the extra things that I need to pack. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm thinking, this can be a little bit uncalled for. I'm thinking for them Thursdays, to make it easier for me, is to wear the Ben 10 outfit. So that's a black shirt, well, black jumper type shirt with the jacket on top, blue jeans, trainers, and just wear that on the 2 Thursdays. And talking of that, I might even put a second pair of shoes in my bag, so that way I can say, look, I'm changing my shoes for this scene, so that way I know what's happening. So yeah, so all that I need to remember, plus contacting a lot of people to say, don't forget your costumes for Thursday. It's like, the luxuries. And by the time I leave Spectrum, I won't. Yeah. I am gonna miss Spectrum. I must admit, I am gonna miss Spectrum. But yeah. So yeah, today was the dress rehearsal. Next week is the dress come tech rehearsal, because we'll be in stage 3. And then the following week, it's the real deal. I assume we'll be still doing a rehearsal in the morning because we have to get there quite early in the morning. That's why I saved £2.50 in my black box. I just need to find out if it's still there. So I assume we're doing one more rehearsal on that Thursday, and then 3 will be the performances. So I will see you in the next vlog, which will be next week in my time, but for you it'll be in a couple of minutes. Ciao. Hello YouTubers, only me. It is Thursday the 20th of March 2025. Hooch, that is bird shit. I'm glad you smelt it, but if you licked it, yeah, I will throw up. Anyway, so just came back from Spectrum like nearly an hour ago. We normally do leave at 3, but I thought, I stay over to help the staff with a few bits and pieces. If they're standing like 11, I thought, I'll give them a hand. And I went into the staff section, the staff only section. That was fun. Exploring new bits of Northern Stage. But yeah, anyway. I actually thought it was the dress come tech rehearsal today, but I think it's next week, the tech come dress rehearsal. So this was technically a dress rehearsal, but it was also a dress come like actually performing on stage rehearsal. So it was like a proper like rehearsal, if that makes any sense. Excuse me. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, it's a tech come dress rehearsal next Thursday, along with the performance. Sorry, I'm slobbering everywhere. So yeah, it went well. You waiting for a but? Yeah. But it was stressful. Today of all days, it was stressful. I mean, there was people in a mood. And I was like thinking, yeah, we're all going to be stressed. I mean, it's not just today we're going to be stressed. We're going to be stressed next week. And that's the actual thing next week. I'm like, So, all is happening. So yeah, it was very stressful. I'm not going to go into detail of what's been happening today, because I'd rather not. Not that I don't want to, but I'd rather not. But yeah, today it was quite a day today. Honestly, we were hot, we were stressed, and this is like one of the last Thursdays where we get to rehearse and make sure, and then have last minute changes. And you know what I'm like with last minute changes, not so well. But I handled it, so I should give myself a pat on the back for handling it. So yeah, I guess you can say in Star Trek, I've just been assimilated by the Borg. Not for the perfection part, but maybe just to say, yeah, I'm adapting to the change. We have adapted. You be assimilated. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service ours. Resistance is futile. Well, I would do the voice, but I still got a bit of a cough, so I'd rather not, because it's quite a "We are the Borg. We are the Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile." I guess I could do with it. Oh, yeah. But it's meant to be many voices, so anyway. So yeah. So apart from it being stressful, I think we done well. We done absolutely okay. Yes, we did do a couple of scenes again and again and again to make sure everything was running smoothly, that everything looked, as the drama facilitator would say, shit hot, etc, etc. And when it came to the last minute change, I was like, couldn't you have done that change like, I don't know, last week or a month ago or what have you? But today of all days, no. So, but I must give myself some credit. I mean, I did do well to try and adapt to the new change. I tried not to complain too much, because I was like, stressing out, like thinking where goes where and what have you. So yeah, it's been quite a day. And then after all that, I thought, I'll give the staff a hand for the other bits that's coming on the show. And yeah, hey presto, change hands. So yeah, so we've technically got another rehearsal next Thursday, but from from the time we come in, so that'll be like 9 until 10, I think. Yeah, 9 until 10. And then somewhere along the lines, we need to be prepared for the 1 o'clock performance. Then we'll have lunch at 2 until like 3, or at least 2 until 2:30. So that way we're ready for 3. So that way we've got an hour for the 4 o'clock one. And then got another break from 5 until 6. And then we've got the last one at 7. And then, hey presto, it's done. It's done. It's done. So yeah. And then after this performance, I will properly say goodbye to Spectrum on the 3rd of April, which is the first Thursday of April, obviously. But yeah, all is happening. And I think this is going to be brilliant. I mean, yes, like I said, everyone's stressed, even I'm stressed. But I think this play is going to be amazing. And then after I leave, I'm hoping whatever future has in store for me, or whatever the universe has in store for me, I'm hoping I'll be able to see Spectrum's next performance. But the only thing I'm not really looking forward to seeing is their bus project, because I know they need to relate more real life issue because they're an issue-based theatre company, but I'm kind of glad I'm leaving so I don't have to do that one, because to me I'd rather not, if that makes any sense. I mean, I was on the metro on my way home, and I was already like anxious and claustrophobic because of the amount of people that was in the metro. I could have took the bus, funny enough. I could have took the bus, but I thought, no, I must face this sooner or later. So I gave myself a pat on the back for facing claustrophobia. For fear of being closed in, fear of closed in spaces, and crowds, and, oh my god. So, yeah. Stressed. So, yeah, I could have easily took the bus. But I must realise how crowded the buses are going to be next Thursday around 8:30. So it's like, So, yeah, got that to look forward to. But yeah, today's been a good day, apart from being stressed. So, I think that's everything that I've got to report. But I don't know if to bring myself a big pack lunch next Thursday, or just to bring a small-ish pack lunch. Like, say, a couple of sandwiches, a Baby Bell, packet of crisps, a banana, and obviously drink. I might do that actually. I know it's a very small pack lunch, but I'd rather be done before the next performance. So, yeah. Anyways, I will see you next week when it's the actual thing, and then we'll take it from there. So, I will see you later, YouTubers. Live long and prosper. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Hello, YouTubers. Only me. It is Thursday, the 27th of March 2025. And today is the day of the performance, Tick Tock Whenever Journey into the Unknown. I'll probably be sending a post on Facebook saying, oh, today's the day, wish us luck, or just say break a leg. More like break a leg. I'm taking Hooch for like 2 hours because I'm going to be there from like 9 until like 8:30 at the latest. So that, yeah, like 9 o'clock in the morning till 8:30 in like the evening. That's why I'm taking Hooch for 2 hours, so that way he doesn't get bored and stuff. Well, he's still going to get bored anyways, but the reason I take him out for 2 hours, so that way it's like 2 walks in one. Even though it's one long walk, but it's actually 2 long walks. Because normally I take Hooch out for just about an hour. So he normally has 2 hours anyways with us. Because I give him 2 walks a day. But today is different. I have to give him 2 hours, but 1 walk today for 2 hours. Because like 2 walks combined. So I'm like taking him to like bits and pieces where I would take him on a Sunday. So it's easier. And I must remember to get my £2.50 from my black box. If I don't remember, I don't really want to go down this road, but I'll have to use my card for the £2.50 single. So hopefully I will remember to bring cash, because you know what they say, cash is key. Anyway, so yeah, performance tonight. Just ended Zoom last night. The final Zoom rehearsal. So I've cancelled my subscription on Zoom, because you see, the thing is, if I didn't subscribe to Zoom, I would only be on Zoom for like 40 minutes, and then I would have to end the meeting, or the meeting would end for us in 40 minutes, and then I'll have to begin another one. Really? So that's why I had to subscribe. I just paid the once, and that was like $5.99, I think, $5 or $6.99 for the month. I wasn't gonna pay the year one. Oh, Jesus Christ! How much that was for a year? I thought, Jesus, you're taking the Michael. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do the monthly one. I'm only gonna pay once. There's not really any point paying a yearly one if we're just gonna do this for the next couple of, well, nearly a month. Well, a month or two. So that's why I did the monthly thing. I only paid once because I recently thought of becoming the host to get the weight off the trustee's shoulder, because she was the host for a while, since I think it was January. And the reason I took over is so that the weight's not on her. So I've put it on myself for, how about if I take over and then I'll do all the invitations and all the rest of it. And she said that's a good idea. So yeah, it worked. And then I was only a host for like a month. That's why I only paid for that 1 month, the $6.99. Because she did pay for the year one. I'm not going to say how much it is, because you'll fall to the floor. And because it was that much, she was like, no, I am not paying that. There's no effing way I'm paying that. So she did the whole 40-minute one where she unsubscribed Zoom, and it was only the 40-minute one. It was kind of distracting that she had to keep coming off Zoom every half an hour. So that's like 10 minutes before the 40-minute limit, and then quickly sent a link to say, right, we're back on, and then hey presto changer. And we did that for a while, until one day I said, how about if I take over? And that's when I subscribed to Zoom, thinking, no, I'm not going to do the whole 40-minute thing. I'm going to do the, I'm just going to do just one Zoom meeting. I'm not going to do it in 2 Zoom meetings. I'm going to do it in 1 Zoom meeting. And now I've only paid the 1 subscription, and that was it. And when it was done last night, I was like, yeah, unsubscribe. I'm not paying for another month. So I saved money. So, yeah. Last Zoom last night. I assume my membership will still be active right up until sometime in April. And that's when it gets expired, and it will go into the 40-minute limit. So, but had fun doing it. It's just a shame that there were some people who couldn't do Zoom or didn't want to do Zoom and just wanted to focus their energy on the Spectrum Day. So it was a shame, but it is what it is. So, well, it was what it was. So we had to adapt like the Borg. But yeah, today is technically the last rehearsal. Technically. I think we're only going to have 1 or 2 run-throughs, depending how much time we have from like 9 until 1. So I assume we're just going to do the 1 rehearsal. I assume. And also that we'll be doing a performance at 1, so we can't have a lunch until 2. But because there's breaks in between shows, that's why I'm gonna like have a bit of lunch when there's breaks in between, because I'm not waiting right up until 2. I need the energy. But I'm gonna have to try not to get my costumes dirty, because I did that last week and it was like a whoopsie daisy. So yeah. So yeah, final run through, and it's the actual performances at 1, then at 4, and then the last one's at 7, and that's it. We're practically done. I'm actually excited for the performance. I really am. I mean, yes, it's going to be stressful. Yes, we might do the same scenes over and over again, but we're used to it. But at the end of the day, it's worth it. Because I know my friend who I know from Kenton's school, he says he's coming, but I asked him not to tell me what time he's coming because I want to be surprised at his arrival. I don't know about my friend who I've known from Esper. I don't know if he's coming, because I did invite him as well. I invited Esper Friday when I did the meeting thing for the 1 o'clock, and one of the Esper students, he was like, oh, I'm going to do the 4 o'clock one, and I was like thinking, couldn't you go with the Esper staff, because technically you'd be going for free on that time instead of paying like £12 for a ticket. So oops. So I tried to convince him to like go with the Esper staff rather than him by himself, because you can't resist a bargain. Come on, you can't resist a bargain. So tried to convince him, but soon see what happens. I don't know what other schools or groups are coming today, to be honest. I don't know. I think there's a primary school coming to see it. I think it's a primary school. I'm not 100% sure. But I know the 1 o'clock is for schools and groups only. Because the reason we're doing the 1 o'clock so that they see the show, and then by the time it ends, they'll have time to go back to school, and they'll have like say a couple of minutes until home time, because they don't go home until like 3. So it does make sense. But like I said, I know one of my friends is coming to the 4 o'clock, and I know one of my friends from the Twisting Ducks, she's coming to the 7 o'clock. My carer is coming for the 4 o'clock, funny enough. But he goes for free because he's a carer. So he'll, like I said in my other part of the video, I said that he would need his carer card, so that way he goes for free. Otherwise he'd be paying like £12. And kind of want to save him money, really. But like I said, the other friends who I try to invite, some of them are like, no, I'm not going to see it. And some of them are like, oh, I'll think about it. And I'm like, right. Okie dokie. Because sometimes when someone says, I'll think about it, I think of when I used to say, oh, I'll think about it. Because normally that would mean, no, I'm not coming. Or no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. But that was me. But when someone says that they'll think about it, when someone says that they'll think about it, I have to trust their word that they are going to think about it. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. I mean, I've invited as much as I could to this performance. I know my mum's coming to see it. Unfortunately, my grandma can't make it for the performance because I think she had to pay for the car recently, and because of that she hasn't got enough for train travel and paying for the performance, so she's not coming. I know it sounds like I'm disappointed, but I'm not, because I was trying not to put my hopes up, going, oh, is grandma coming, is grandma coming? So, yeah. And, and I'll make sure my mum records the performance, whether it's the 4 o'clock or the 7 o'clock, I don't mind. But yeah. All I can say is my mum's going to have a big shock in one of the scenes. That's all I'm going to say. I'm trying not to say too much because everything. So, anyways, I'm going to love you and leave yous. And I'll see you either at Northern Stage or maybe after the play, I don't know, but I'll definitely see you at some point later today, and then that'll be ready, and this project will be ready by next week, I would think. And this is my editing skills. I'm like thinking, yeah, I think it'll be ready by next week, because I don't think there's really a lot to edit compared to other projects that I'm working on. Destination Trek 2024, I'm still editing that, but it's in its final stages, so I'm like, that's good. So I'm hoping it'll be ready on time when I do release it, so it is definitely going to be worth the watch. But all I can say is that particular one, Destination Trek, is quite a long video, just about over 2 hours long. Yeah, so I'm gonna divide it into sections, like sections of the personal logs that I did in the video, and then the parts where it's the actual Comic-Con convention. So that'll be handy. Right, I've got to go. I'll catch you later, YouTubers. Live long and prosper. See you soon. Whether it's before we get started or after we finished, I haven't a clue. I haven't quite decided. But I'll see you whenever, at some point today. Ciao.
Hey YouTubers, only me. It is Friday the 28th of March 2025. I can't stay long. You might be wondering why you're on an angle. My phone's charging. It's on the dock port thingamajiggy, so I'm able to yeah. It's kind of cool actually. Had it for a couple of months actually. I'm just finishing drying up, if you're wondering what's happening. But I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is my mum was able to record the performance, but not all the way through. So that means I can't do that project on YouTube, unfortunately. So there's going to be no time, there's no whatever you on YouTube. But the good news is, the performance went well. I think our third performance that we did at 7, that was perfect. It was perfection. Because we were rehearsing bits and pieces before the 1 o'clock show. And then when it was the 1 o'clock, it was like a hit and a miss. But at least the audience loved it. Then the 4 o'clock one, that was kind of perfect. Just one little hiccup. There was a technical issue, and the facilitator tried to get back to the bus stop scene of the performance, but he couldn't. Once it was gone, it was gone. So we had to skip a scene to the fairground scene. So apart from all that, that went well. And on our second performance, we had a deputy mayor there. I was like, because when someone said, the mayor's in, and I was like thinking, nah, you're pulling my leg, man. And then all of a sudden, I saw him with the medal thing, the proper mayor medal. I was like thinking, no. I was just like, but I was like, no, Kieran, stay in character. I was like, but like I said, the third performance that we did, the last one that we did last night, the 7 o'clock one, I literally had jitters because there was not even one seat that was vacant. That's how packed it was on the third one. The first two, there was quite a few seats that were empty, but the third one, there was hardly any seat that was empty. I was like thinking, oh my God. So, yeah, I was like, but it was perfect. The entire show was perfect. I totally enjoyed myself last night. My mum will tell you anyways. I totally enjoyed myself last night. But yeah, it was definitely a goodbye performance for me. I'll be coming back to Spectrum next week because that'll be my last Thursday for Spectrum. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna love you and leave yous. Live long and prosper, and then I'll see you in the next video.
Don't forget, you can like, comment and subscribe only if you want to. Live long and prosper. Scotty, beat me up.